The world was loud before you came. Then it was quiet. The nurse placed you in my arms, a tiny bundle wrapped in white. I looked at you, and the whole world stopped. The busy sounds faded, the lights dimmed. There was only you. My heart found a new rhythm, slow and steady, matching your breath. In that instant, a mother's love was born. I traced your cheek, softer than anything I'd ever touched. You were a miracle I didn't know I was waiting for. Holding you, I felt a love so big it filled the room. I knew my life was forever changed. I was your mother. You sighed, a tiny sound, but to me, a symphony. I pulled the blanket closer, wanting to protect you from everything. The world outside was big and complicated, but here, there was only peace. I whispered your name for the first time. It felt like a prayer. My love for you was my first true breath. Before you, I was just living. With you, I began to breathe. I didn't know all the moments we'd share, only that my journey had begun. You were the tiny hand that would lead me, the small heart that would teach me to love deeper than I thought possible. And it all started there, in that quiet room with that first sacred breath. The world was never the same again. When you first opened your eyes, I saw the sky, a deep, endless blue. In those eyes, I saw our future wildflowers, quiet ponds, a lifetime of love. Your gaze promised trust, and I promised to keep you safe. We spoke a silent language, touch, sight, a mother's bond. I held your tiny hand, feeling the strongest connection in the world. I sang lullabies, watched you sleep, and learned patience and love that asked for nothing in return. The most important things weren't things at all. They were your head on my shoulder, your sigh in the night, your blue eyes looking up at me. You were my world. Your blue eyes were my sky, my ocean, my everything. They were the color of a love that would last forever. And every time you looked at me, I felt it all over again. The day you took your first steps, the world held its breath. You let go of the table, wobbled, and crossed the space to my arms. Your smile lit up the room. I laughed and cried at once. Those steps were a journey toward independence, and my heart swelled with pride. We celebrated, and you looked so pleased with yourself. You had discovered the magic of your own 2 feet. Your first words were just as magical. After weeks of babble, you pointed at me and said, "Mama." It was the most beautiful word I'd ever heard. From then on, our world filled with words, each one a treasure. We built a world together, one word at a time, picture books, pointing, repeating, cat, dog, ball, more. Each new word was a piece of the world you claimed as your own. Your first steps and words were the beginning of your story. I was the lucky one who got to watch it all unfold. My heart overflowed with love for the amazing little person you were becoming. Every milestone was a new chapter, and I cherished every moment. Some nights the moon was our only light. When you cried, I hurried to your side, sleep forgotten. I held you close in the rocking chair, whispering that everything would be all right. My lullabies chased away the shadows. Your tears slowed, your breathing deepened. The nights were long, but my love never tired. I watched your face in the moonlight, exhaustion melting away. These quiet nights were part of our journey, a promise that you'd never be alone in your struggles. I would always be your safe harbor, your steady rock, and I'd do it 1,000 times over. Your little hand started to feel bigger in mine. Your world expanded, backyard, park, new friends. I watched you explore, brave and curious. At the park, you ran ahead, climbed, and slid into my arms. Each time, my pride grew. With every step away, I felt the bittersweet ache of letting go. I was raising you to be strong and independent, even as my heart longed for the days when I was your whole world. My job was to love you enough to let you grasp the big world, and to always be your anchor. On your first day of school, you stood by the door, small in new clothes, backpack almost as big as you. You were excited. I tried to be brave. We walked hand in hand to school, your grip warm and trusting. The schoolyard buzzed with noise, but you were ready. I was the one who was scared. Of the hours apart, the stories I'd miss. At the classroom door, you let go and walked in, drawn by new adventures. You turned, smiled, and called, "Bye, Mama!" Just like that, you stepped into a new chapter. The house felt empty, but I smiled through tears. This was a day of celebration. You were growing, learning, becoming yourself. My love would always be waiting when you came home. Every goodbye was a step toward the person you were meant to be, and I was so proud. The years passed, seasons changing, you growing taller, your world expanding. The schoolhouse door became a high school, then a car, then a college far away. Each step brought pride and a quiet ache. I watched you chase your dreams, bursting with pride. Packing your things, every item held a memory. With each box, I sealed away a piece of our life together. The day you left, we hugged tight, my little bird ready to fly. "I'll miss you, Mom," you whispered. "I'll miss you too, more than you'll ever know." I watched you drive away, a small speck in the distance. I had given you roots and now, wings. It was time for you to fly. My heart soared and broke as I watched you go, and I knew you'd always carry my love with you. After you left, the house was filled with a new kind of quiet. I walked past your room, the closed door, a weight on my heart. When I finally opened it, the memories flooded in. I sat on your bed, remembering your laughter, your stories. The silence was a reminder that you were gone, but also a sign of a job well done. I learned a mother's love stretches, across miles, time zones, distance. My love was with you in your new world, an invisible thread connecting us. The empty room was a testament to your courage and my love. I missed the boy who filled it with noise and love, but I was proud of the person you were becoming. Time passed, and the quiet softened into memory and love. Our calls became a bridge across the distance. We built a new relationship, two adults, same unbreakable bond. Then you called, "I'm coming home, Mom." The house woke up with anticipation. Cookies baked, your room aired out. When you arrived, taller and changed, your smile was the same. You hugged me and all the distance melted away. The house filled with laughter and stories again. We stayed up late, sharing dreams and pride. I realized a mother's love is a circle, holding close, letting go, welcoming back. The love never changes. It's a constant, a safe harbor. Your love was my first breath, and it will be my last. It is the air I breathe, timeless and forever.